All right. Hi, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Please drop a yes in the chat window if you can hear me and you can see me. Am I visible? Am I audible? Great. Thank you, Serena. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everyone. So, welcome to the next session on resume writing. And today we are going to talk about how are we going to use the keyword section and use it to build a great resume. Okay, because this is one thing which I feel most of us miss, right? So I'll just share my screen for a very brief period of time just to give you some clarity on the picture I want you to think about, and then I'll be talking about it. Okay, so let me know if the screen is also visible to you. Okay, great. So, when we talk about resume writing, another aspect which comes out to be very, very crucial and important is the usage of the right keywords. Okay. Now, before we jump into keywords, let's understand what we did last time. So, we talked about a couple of aspects where we understood that what are the basics of resume, how a resume and CV are different, what are the different formats that are available with us. And today, we are now moving towards crafting a good resume. Now, in the last section also, I requested all of you that whenever you have to make a resume, you cannot make one resume for 10 companies. For every single organization, every single opening, you should focus on crafting a new resume. Okay, so in order to do that effectively, you need to understand the importance of something called the keywords, because from keywords you will be able to understand the job description well, and if you understand the job description well, you will use the right keywords and action verbs in your resume. Okay, so don't get overwhelmed by these terms. I'm going to take you step by step on them, right? So first thing first, when we are talking about writing the keyword section for a resume, the thing which is important, we are talking about this because of ATS. We talked about it last time. It is the applicant tracking system. So in ATS, the shortlisting of resumes is done on the basis of the frequency and the usage of the right keywords. Because let's say I'm the HR manager, I have an opening in digital marketing. So I have a very clear concept that for me to shortlist a resume, the resume must have these 10 keywords, and this particular keyword is very crucial. This should have been there in the resume 5 times, 6 times. So I will accordingly set the frequencies also. That is the extent to which the tracking system can be programmed. So now when your resume gets into the tracking system, it is going to be evaluated like a binary system. Is the keyword present? Yes or no? If it is present, how many times is it present? So this will give you further understanding on why it is important. So number first step for you is that you must understand the importance of the job description, right? So I hope the screen is pretty much zoomed in and you are able to see. So when we talk about job description is where the company is talking about the preview of the opportunity, the job opportunity that they are advertising. In this, the document is something that you see on LinkedIn, something that you see on Naukri. Any such information which is visible to you is part of the job description. What does it has? It is going to mention about the job requirements, it is going to mention about the job duties, the job responsibilities, and the skills required for a specific role. Now, when you will analyze these four aspects in the job description, you will come to know that this job is consistently focusing upon few particular keywords. It is going to be evident to you. So when you are analyzing a job description, the first step from your end should be to analyze your competencies. First, you make a list of your competencies as a person. What are the hard skills and what are the soft skills that are there with you? The second step is you analyze the job description and you compare it. That this job description is asking for what all things. You will highlight them, right? And then you will vis-a-vis match them with the similar profiles which are available for the other companies. Let's say you want to become a digital marketing manager, you want to get into the field of digital marketing management. So you find that one job profile, and then you try to find similar job profiles to get a more in-depth holistic idea about what all keywords are usually used in such kind of profiles. Then you will go ahead and analyze the company. Why would you analyze the company? This will give you fair idea about what is the company doing. It can give you information about the value system the company talks about, what has it done in the past, so that when you're crafting your resume, you are putting it forward in a manner that clicks with the company as well. Okay, because after you clear your interview, the first part, the second part is going to be the interview only, where your resume is eventually going to reach to a interviewee, right? So from where all can you get the company data? You can read the news reports, the publications, you can go to their LinkedIn page. We are doing all this before crafting our resume, I repeat, because for you to be sure about applying to a company, you need to see whether the company is a good fit, whether you are a good fit to the company. How will you analyze? By knowing all these aspects. Okay, so this is something which you should do, which is analyzing the job description. Now what am I going to do is I'm going to share with you another job description. I will take you to one of the job descriptions randomly that we can choose on maybe naukri.com or any of the job portals, and I will show you why is it that you will focus on those job descriptions, how you will analyze the data using a very interesting tool which will give you a very clear idea about executing the same. Okay, so let me put this out again. Let me share my screen, and yeah, now I'm going to simply go to a Naukri portal and go, just like you randomly, I'm going to go there and search. Let's say we need to see something in digital marketing. Okay, for discussion saying, let's say digital marketing manager is kind of job that we want to look for. Okay, so you go search. So now whatever you see coming up on the screen as a part of the description, can you see all these jobs that are available? So these all are the job descriptions that they are managing. For every job, there is going to be a deep job description. Now, what is the task that you need to be doing? You need to be analyzing these job descriptions to make a good resume. Okay, now you see, let's say I've opened this opening from Amazon. It says Amazon is hiring digital marketing manager, hybrid location, Chennai. Okay, so it gives the package, it gives the number of experience years it requires, and the location. And then this whole aspect that they write down is known as job description. They've also given it a heading, that what are they looking forward to. Now they have told the qualification, they have talked about the kind of complexity of work and the work that they expect you to do. Now you should be able to read it very carefully and nicely and see how well do you match. Now it's a tedious task to read through this. So another way you could do this is you go to a website called Tag Crowd. Okay, so you go to a website called Tag Crowd. So Tag Crowd helps you in building what? It helps you in building word clouds. Okay. So let's say this is the job description part. Let me copy this here. So this job description I have copied. Okay. And then I'm going to put it in this. And then I ask it to visualize. So let's see. This is the magic. Can you see? The words which are big, which are highlighted in bigger font, are the words which have the maximum presence in this whole content that you read through. it is, this website helps you in optimizing and knowing that how many times that particular word has shown up. Okay, so I can also say that I want to see the number of times the word is appearing. So see, it shows that experience is coming 11 times in this particular job description. The word manage is coming 7 times. The word process is coming 8 times. The word team is coming 8 times. The word building, business, customer is coming 4 times. Now imagine you end up making a resume and you are good at digital marketing, but if you don't use the keywords that the job description is mentioning again and again, do you think you will get shortlisted? The answer is no. You will not get shortlisted because the ATS will not even take your resume to the second level. So this is the reason why understanding the job description and then using these keywords is crucial in order to make a good resume. This is not the only way to do it. Tag crowd is the easiest way because you can visualize with the help of a word cloud. The other way of doing it is that you read through the job description carefully and you understand what is it that they want me to do, and then you start presenting the same to the interviewer rather, by presenting it in the right format. So that is how, if you will start crafting your resume in this manner, the chances of you making it to the next level are very huge. Okay, so now what are the different types of keywords that you will find? I have shared what I had to share with you in terms of the way you do it. Now it's your job to figure out the best job that you would like to get. Collect a couple of job descriptions, put them in tag crowd, analyze the words. Okay, now when you are analyzing the words, you will see that there are different types of keywords which are there. So keywords are nothing, they are basically short words or phrases. You just saw experience, process. They could be single words or they could be a complete set of phrase. It will vary from job to job. So they are usually the skills, the credentials, the qualities, the abilities. For example, teamwork. Teamwork is not a keyword. It's not a skill. It's rather a quality that it's a soft skill quality that they are looking forward to. It's a soft skill. Okay, it's not a technical skill that you may ask. So the keyword can be of multiple types. There could be industry specific keyword. For example, the words SEO, the words PPM, or the words Google AdWords. These are very industry specific terms. They will be there in one industry and they will not be there in the other industry. So that could become a part of a job description depending on which company, which position you are applying. There could be specific soft skills. For example, in this only we saw teamwork. It was a soft skill which was part of the keywords which we could find to track crowd. Or it could also be, if you're applying for something like Java jobs or software engineering jobs or any engineering jobs, you might find some technological terms or some technical skill set they might ask for. Okay, if you're a civil engineer, they might ask that, do you have understanding of CAD? Do you know how to use those softwares? So those terms will come again and again if the job has a requirement for them. Okay, similarly they might want to have your grip on a particular software. For example, if you go to data management, data analytics, or data sciences, they might big data might come again and again. If you have the knowledge, SQL might come. So these things will come out in the job description, and if they are in the job description, your resume has to have them. Please understand, there is no other way. It has to have them, right? And how many times should we have them? For that you can use tag crowd, because that will give you an idea about what is the importance that they are putting on those words. Okay, so now when you have got the understanding of the keywords, now what is supposed to be done? Now you need to be mapping your strengths, your skill set with the keywords that the job is asking for. Okay, that is the main thing you should be doing. You should explain that keyword with your data, accomplishments from your previous experiences, your past qualifications. And how will you do that? You will use the right bullet points. so that they are easy to comprehend. You should try to add it with the the data, give support it with evidence that okay, I did this, how much did I do, accomplishments, achievements in terms of figures and numbers need to be there, right? For example, let's say it's a sales job, and somebody has the keywords which were found were sales target and maybe let's say team building skills. Okay, so very simple. But if I have to talk about sales target, instead of saying that I achieved a sales target on monthly basis, I would rather say to craft it by saying demonstrated excellent team building skills by organizing marketing and sales team from 0 to 50 number in a new territory within a span of 6 months and achieved the sales target of over 30 lakhs. So what have I done? I have actually put my whole experience about sales, about teamwork, about targets, about building a team, and given them with some facts and numbers. I told them that I created a team of starting from 0 to 50. I told them I did it for a new territory. I told them that I did it in a span of 6 months. And I did tell them that I did sales of over 30 lakhs. So having the skill set is one game. Presenting the skill set in the right way is a completely different game, and we need to learn this in order to make sure that you are able to make a cut in that particular job that you wish to apply for. So your keywords need to come multiple times in your resume, because this is what the interviewer is looking forward in interviewee's resume on the basis of this job description analysis. So when you're writing your keywords, when you're writing your accomplishments, you need to be also using the right action verbs. Now what are these action verbs? I'm introducing you to a new term, because from next session onwards we are going to start crafting the resume. So when you have to write one sentence of a resume, it will broadly consist of two parts. One is there will be an important keyword, and the other is it will have a some very strong action verb which is going to give you a special uh, impact to your statement. So how do we do that? First, understanding resume keywords are specific. They are specific to every job. We have understood that. So these are the words which the HR manager is looking forward to, which could be abilities, skills, expertise, qualification, soft skill traits, technical skill traits, any. We have discussed that. Now, when you're using them, we talked about it that you need to be specific about the trait and try to match it with the requirement of the company. And you try to use the keywords which are there in the job description. Now, when you are writing each and every sentence, you should use something called action words. These action words are also referred to as power words. Okay, so what are these power words? These are used in the resume to describe your experience, right? To describe your skill set, to describe your tasks, to describe your achievements. And these words help you in doing it in a crisp and a short and a powerful way, right? Instead of giving a lengthy sentence, you bring it into the right frame by giving a good example. So when you use the right numbers and along with the power words, then the chances of your resume getting to the next level are more. For example, like very similar to what we discussed in sales manager earlier, let's say in your resume you write held fortnightly sales meeting for sales update. Okay, this is a very generic statement. Most of the resumes on sales will have that. But instead of writing held fortnightly sales meeting, what if I write spearheaded fortnightly sales meetings to communicate agency revenue growth? This sounds it is the same thing. The task, the responsibility has been the same. I've done nothing new, but the way I have mentioned it will give it a more powerful impact. To make it more powerful, I will say spearheaded fortnightly sales meeting to communicate agency revenue growth over 20 lakhs on monthly basis, fortnightly basis, whatever is the amount. Again, putting numbers gives you the credibility. It tells the interviewer that you are sure of what you can deliver and you are ready to give numbers and talk about them. Okay, so if you keep this particular mindset, then the chances of your resume rather getting to the next level are very much more. So these are known as what? These are known as the action verbs, or we also call them power words. So you can simply, when you go to Google and you randomly search for, action verbs and power words, you will get thousands and thousands of them. And the only reason you should use them is they make your resume more powerful. So you figure out first that what is it that you want to do, what is the quality you want to communicate. For example, let's say you want to talk about team player, you want to say that, okay, I'm a team player. So instead of using the word again and again, which are generically used, we would rather use it in a better manner. For example, if I have to talk about a team, I would say partnered, I would say encouraged, I would say, embraced, harmonized, contributed, collaborated. These could be the first words for starting your lines about that particular job description. Similarly, when you talk about leadership, now when you have to speak leadership, you can't say only the word organize. You can use the word authorize, you can use the word delegated, you can use the word facilitated, directed, inspired, mentored. So instead of using the same words every time, understand the particular experience that you're putting out and how you should be able to add it to your resume by using the right action verb will give you a very, very huge edge, right, over others. Right, so I hope we have understood the concept that I wanted you to understand these 3 4 concepts today. First, we have understood about resume keywords, then we have understood about resume power words, or we also call them action words. And secondly, we have understood the usage of tag crowd. How will you analyze a resume and add it to your resume? How will you use it? So first thing, I'll repeat it again, use only job specific skills on your resume. We are not making a CV, so do not try to add everything that you have read till date. We should rather focus on job specific skill sets only. Number two, limit your list only to the applicable skills. You might be very great at painting and singing. You might be very great at playing golf, hockey, swimming, etc. But those can never be the keywords. If they are not the keywords of your job description, limit the use. Limit. You can tell about it, but limit the use. Always try to organize your skill set into different categories. Okay, put them together so that they make more sense. Another very important part, applicant tracking system is basically a computer program. Okay, so when you are writing a skill, for example, social media marketing, a very commonly used term is there. At times it is written as SMM. Okay, so if your job description has written SMM and you are writing the full form of social media marketing as social media marketing, your resume will not resonate. Okay, because it will search SMM, your resume has no presence of SMM, so your resume doesn't stand to the next level. So that is why, keep in mind what is mentioned in the job description, accordingly craft your resume based on that. Okay, so the whole game comes down to understanding the job description and then actually applying the concept of keywords to it and then making it in the right format. Okay, so these are the very important aspects related to job description. So before we start crafting our resume, the moment you see a job, first step is to go and search about the company and see the match. Is there a value match? Is there the job description, what it is talking about? Is it making sense to you? Is it the kind of job you really would like to do? Do your research. Once you've understood that, yes, this is how exactly I would like to take it forward, then you start putting in effort to craft a resume which makes relevance and is able to make it to the next level. Okay, so I think these are the points that I wanted to cover. Now if somebody has a couple of questions, let's see if you have mentioned them in the chat. and we are going to talk about them. So let me see that. So we what is the question? Technically use synonyms. Well, Raksha, it's not actually using the synonyms when I talk about power words. I am talking about using words which communicate the same thing with more impact. Now, when you talk about leadership, instead of saying that I helped my juniors in in understanding the whole process, instead if you write I mentored my juniors, that is more logical. So you understand that what is the concept. So it's not using the synonym, it is using the right word. Okay, it's not that if you use the word collaborated 10 times, although it will not look very great, but even if it makes sense you can use it, but then it is to be matching to the concept of what you have actually done. That will make more sense. Okay, for each job and company we should have a different resume. Well, yes, that is how you will be able to make it. If you make one resume, you send it across to all the companies, it's not going to make sense, because even if you see the job description for the same digital marketing manager and you find it in 10 companies, believe me, you will not. When you apply tag crowd and see, you will see the kind of skills they can be overlapping, but there will still be new things which are there. So you can have a basic structure that okay, these are the things on which I will play, and then you add those important aspects based on the job description. So that is the smallest you can do to contribute for yourself. Okay. Resume or CV sample, Jayesh, we will talk about it once I'm done with all the sections. I may provide you with something like that. Sana is asking any tips for freshers to cover experience section. We are going to talk about them, Sana, in upcoming sections when we talk about experience section. So yes, I'm going to give you hacks how you can write that. Okay, so stay with me during those sections. Charvi is asking, I have to apply for internship for fourth year. Where do you think we can start looking for research internships? I think you have multiple websites to do that. There is no harm in using any of them. You can actually look for Freshers World. LinkedIn gives you options for internships. So definitely you can go ahead and search over there. Internshala is giving a lot of good opportunities these days. There's another website called oyster.com which gives internships opportunities globally. So you can try from there. Serena is asking if the user's resume matches only 80% of the job description. Should you apply at the same time or should apply after upgrading your skills? Ma'am, 80% is a good match. But if the rest of the 20% is something which is crucial, then what you're saying is relevant, upgrade and then apply. But if the rest of the 20% is something which you think, okay, that this is something which could be taken up, it's not a bad idea. Any matching of job description and your skill set above 75 to 80% is a good one to apply. And like I said, at times you do not have the complete skill set, but you have a gut feeling that you have the knowledge of everything. So then you have to craft your resume in a manner that your knowledge is able to be communicated with the help of your resume by using the right keywords. Okay. So Devireddy is asking if you are a fresher and don't have that particular skill mentioned in the JD, then I think what Serena is asking is what you have to do: upgrade, do internships, do courses, add those words, get the chance to at least get shortlisted and talk to the interviewer. Let them reject you on the basis of not having enough skills. But for getting shortlisted, you need to have the skills. Minimum skills have to be there on your resume in order to get to the next level. Resume is just the basic first level. You have to move to the second level. Okay. Nawaz is asking, what should I focus on if I want to be a freelancing Photoshop artist? I think you should focus on building your skill set and a portfolio, Nawaz, because for anything which is creative, portfolios are a huge success. Okay, you need to be able to show your work, what you've done. It's not that you need to have excellent clients and made a six-figure income. Those are good things. If you're able to do that, excellent. Otherwise, we need to be building on our skills portfolio. No, it is not same as CV. Portfolio is something different. I think portfolios will work more for you and they would be more of a digital portfolios. So read about portfolio websites. You can create them on Google sites for free and start putting your work over there. so that it's going as a link. So you build a resume, you will still build a resume for sending it across, but the link that you will send it to them will be on the website that you create for yourselves for telling them. Okay, so that's going to give you a huge option. All right, so any other question that I've missed, you can put it down again in the chat window. Yes, Akshay, we will talk about cover letter at the end of the session on resume. And yes, cover letter and resume are definitely not same. Cover letter is like, the index page of your resume. Okay, so a resume is a single page, so a cover letter is just 1/4 of it. Okay, so in the cover letter, you give your skill sets in brief, and it is a huge technique when you send cold emails. When you send cold emails to the employers, that time your cover letter is your standout feature. If you simply send your resume across, nobody's bothered about your resume. What is going to make a difference is your specifically the way you present it yourself in the cover letter. So that is going to give you the edge. Okay, all right, great. So do we have any more questions? If we have, great. So I'll just check. Okay. So few of you have also asked that for a 7 years gap, and if you want to start as a fresher, what should happen? So see, like we discussed on in the last section also, when you are making a resume, the type of resume is very crucial. The type of resume is, we talked about three types of resume the last time: chronological resume, then we talked about functional resume, and then we talked a combination. So if you are changing your industry completely, go for a skill set based functional resume. That will give you a lot of more confidence than randomly simply talking about a simple resume. Okay, so that will help you. Yes, Rajas, double column is allowed in a resume, and it is also ATS readable. Okay, there are multiple. I'll tell you what, all just go to Google and choose a good website like Resume Worded, choose a website like Zeti, okay, and write down ATS friendly resume formats. You will find all the possible formats over there, and they all are readable by ATS. The only thing that ATS can't read is symbols and images and pictures. Okay, so you don't have to miss on that. And what type of resumes should be used for PG admission fall under? Jen, PG admissions would, again, they will be based on your chronological resume only, where you will be talking about that. We write when you apply to institutes, they ask you to write a letter of intent, that why you want to do this particular course. So if you have to mention that intent on your resume. Okay, so that is how you will be able to write it. Akshay is asking, it's my first class. When we are going to connect again? We are going to connect on every Tuesday and Thursday, Akshay, and you can find the last session on resume on Creator Stream itself. So that is going to be available to you. Okay. So I think for today we are through with the concept of keywords and the power words. So for next time, I want you to do a small task. So the small task is that today, tomorrow, you have 2 days. Go to Naukri, go to LinkedIn, go to any website and get one single, a Naukri profile, any job profile that you want to apply for job description. Use tag crowd and get the keywords. Okay, let's say whatever job you want to pick up, and then the next section we start creating your resume. I will go section by section. I'm not going to do all the sections in a single day. We'll cover only 2 to 3 sections in a single day, so that you're able to do it. Okay, and plus also keep writing. If it is possible, keep a copy of your current resume with you, so that you can scribble on it, cross it, or keep it open on your laptop, and keep editing it side by side. So in half an hour you'll be through. 70-80% would be through. The rest of it, of course, you can take a while and keep using it. Okay, all right, great. So I'm glad that you are able to understand a couple of things. We will meet again. So keep your questions pouring in. If I was not able to take all your questions, I'm going to take them in the next session, right? So thank you everyone for joining in today. I'm going to catch you back on Thursday. Have a great Thursday. Sabura, we are going to meet 5 p.m. Thursday again, okay, on Creator itself. and I'm going to be live on LinkedIn and live on YouTube. So you can catch me on all three of them. Right. Thank you very much and have a great day ahead. Enjoy yourself. Take care. Bye bye. See you in the next session. Thank you.